YouTube, what's up, man? Hey, I'm gonna come at y'all real quick. Just something I was thinking about, and I'm trying to make this video real fast because I'm hot, I'm starting to sweat. But, and I guess I'll make it part of like a series of like videos like this. But real quick, I was talking to a driver who we talked for a little minute about this, and I think I made an impression, and I think I might have discouraged this gentleman, but whatever. Point of the conversation was, why do you want to lease a truck? Why do you want to be an owner operator? Why? Right? You want to pay out all this money, fuel, truck payment, insurance, tires, maintenance. Don't forget, if you get stuck on the side of the road, you got to pay for the wrecker. And them, man, not a fan. They're not my favorite people. Right? You got to pay all this money, fuel taxes, regular taxes, you know what I mean? Employment taxes. You got to pay all this garbage, man. Why would you want to do that? Right? And I don't mean to be discouraging, but I do. Because I ask people, why do you want to pay all that when you could just be a company driver and be chilling? And this guy I talked to was really like, felt really, like, whoa, what? You gotta pay all what? And I'm like, yeah, you gotta pay all this stuff. Why you want to do that? Why? What's the point? Right? And on top of all of that, probably just on top of paying, your job is never done. A 10-hour break? Nope. You always doing something, right? You're always doing receipts. You're always doing paperwork, whether you're filling out stuff for IFTA, tracking your fuel miles, doing your receipts, making sure your business is good, making sure your business is right. Hell, making sure your business is compliant for whatever state you in, right? That stuff takes time, takes effort, right? When really all you want to do is sleep. Your job is never done, ever. And you driving a truck, there's always something wrong with the truck, always, right? And I try to paint this picture that discourages people, because those people that are discouraged by that shouldn't do this. It is not easy. I don't care. Now let me be clear, right? I keep coming back to leasing a truck because that's the next step that most people take. But it goes the same if you're an owner operator. If you got your truck from a dealership, it's the same difference, right? Your job is still never done. You still got receipt. You still paying for you got to make sure you pay the truck. You still got to make sure you pay the insurance. You still got to pay for your tires, your repairs, the wrecker if you get stuck on the side of the road, right? Like, you still have to do all these things. You still have to make sure that your business is compliant for whatever state and city that you live in, right? You still got to do it. Your job is never done, ever, right? It's the same difference. It doesn't, whether you lease the truck or you buy the truck, it doesn't make a difference. The job is still the job, right? And it's a lot more. And then if you got your own numbers, you got your own DOT numbers, you say, oh, man, I'm gonna get my own DOT numbers. I'm gonna be independent. Why in the world do you want to do that? Because if you were discouraged by me talking about the leasing the truck and all you got to pay for that, you want to get your own numbers, you just opened yourself up to a whole new universe of paperwork that is never freaking done, right? And then on top of the paperwork, you got to drive the truck. You got to, and if you somewhere, you talking to brokers, you still got to talk to the broker and negotiate with the broker. You got to get the loads on time. You got to deal with all these people. Come on, man. And I paint that picture so that people, hopefully to discourage people. Because if I discourage you from doing it and you was gung-ho about it 5 minutes ago, you shouldn't do it. If the reason why you are leasing a truck is financial, pure, like it's just for the money, right? Man, don't do it, right? The money should be an afterthought, right? You should really, really want to do it, right? Regardless, right? I wanted my own truck before I came into trucking. right? When I decided I wanted to go trucking, I wanted my own truck. Before I went to truck driving school, before I had my license, hell, even before I had my permit, I wanted my own truck, right? I want my own business, right? Because I'm working towards something, right? Multiple businesses, but like I want to do that, right? So the money, whatever money I make from this, is kind of extra, right? Because I'm more into like building my business credit, right? Basically building the rep of my business so that a couple years from now, I can get everything that I want. The things that I want right now, I can get them a couple years from now. But I can't, it takes time, it takes effort. If you're not playing a long game, you might be disappointed, right? So like I said, I'm gonna keep this short. Just wanted to throw that out there, throw that out in the universe and see if it resonates with somebody. Why are you leasing a truck? If it's just for the money, you probably setting yourself up for failure. And if you think you're gonna get home more, you might also be setting yourself up. If you think you're gonna get home more while leasing a truck that is, let's say between $700 and $1,000 a week, you're setting yourself up for failure, right? You're going to be disappointed because you got a truck note, so you got to run a little harder than the guy who's, got his truck from the dealership and he's paying $1,200, $1,500 a month instead of $1,200 a week, right? The guy paying the monthly, he has the space to say, I'm going home. I'll be home for a week. You don't have that opportunity. You don't have that space because your situation is different. So if you're doing it just for the money, you might not be about that life. It might be harder than you think, or than you're ready for. So I just want to put that out there. Yeah, man, I'll holler at y'all.